Hello guys, this is Gabriel Roberts with Roberts Bushcraft out here in Hollister, North Carolina at Medoc Mountain State Park. And we are going to have some fun today exploring some trails here. Believe it or not, we have never been, well, Dad has as a kid. I have never been here though. And a lot of people have said a lot of good things about it. And we have received the opportunity locally to teach some basic survival skills classes, your shelter building, fire building, procuring water, stuff like that. And it's going to be taking place out here at Medoc Mountain State Park, so we figured we need to get out here, get a little jump on the game, kind of walk around and explore a little bit. So we're going to take you guys along with us. Hope you have as much fun as we do. Without further ado, let's get started. So as you can see, we're not even 50 yards from the beginning of the trailhead here. And we've already found, identified some trees that we could use for fire materials here. As you see, this is a river birch or black birch, however you like to call this. I normally go with river birch. But right here, I mean, this bark is just amazing fire tinder. It just peels right off in these little paper thin layers, and you can either crush it up and use it good, or you can just kind of scrape it, kind of like what you would cedar bark, and you can really get a nice fire going with this. And we have a nice big birch right there behind me. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 10 birches right here. So plenty of fire materials, plenty of things to get fire started with, at least. Beautiful, beautiful spot. Just amazing already.
For this basic construction that we're going to be doing, where we are right now is a pretty rich area. Lots of debris laying around, so we don't have to cut any greenwood, which I'm happy about that. And looking above, Gabriel identified earlier some potential widow makers. These are things that we're going to want to illustrate too during our little class, if you will. Some kind of little washout here, actually a big washout here. Huh.
And we have the creek right over here. What this we consider a stream or?
This is a creek.
This is a creek.
This is actually called Fishing, or actually named Fishing Creek.
So, got that right over here to our left.
So just in this short scout, I mean, we're literally 100 yards in from trailhead, and we have a terrific water source. We have a great place to show shelter building. Plenty of debris. Lots of fire material. And we're going to break these up into several different type of instructions. I hate to call them classes, but I think that's really what they're going to be. You know, we're not instructors by any means, but we do have working knowledge of how to do these things, and that's what we're going to share. I think it's pretty neat. So we're going to continue walking on and see what else we can see. But
it's really a prime spot to do.
It really,
kind of
yeah,
like a class, because you have nice wide open areas for setting up shelters and things like that. But you also have the creek right here, so you can do your water. You might even catch a few fish out of here.
That's right. And that in itself is a wild edible.
Mm-hmm.
So,
alrighty, let's keep heading on down the trail and see what we see. This washout is pretty neat.
It is pretty neat. Getting a little more used with the gimbal, trying to get used to it and all of its settings. So hopefully the video is not going to be as shaky as they normally are.
Again, river brooches everywhere.
Everywhere.
All the way down.
Fantastic source of fire tinder right here. And as you can see, it's a breezy day. And we had rain come through last night. And this is as dry as can be. Fantastic.
Alrighty folks, so we've started out up here. We've come down this road a little ways. And now we are right here in this little area. And now we're gonna break, actually we are right here at this little dot. And now we're gonna break off in a more northeastern direction down this trail right here, which is eventually gonna loop back around, Discovery Loop Trail. So we're gonna come back at the same spot, and then we'll either take more of a southwest, it'd be right over there, or we might just keep straight ahead. But for right now, we're gonna take it northeast down Discovery Loop Trail number 1. All right guys, so you'll get a better idea now of what I was trying to show you here on the trail. Here's the point on this tree. Here's the point on the map, right here. And this is where we're gonna start coming down this trail and looping back around. So this point is right here on the tree here. So we're gonna keep straight ahead, and it's gonna make a nice big loop. Hopefully we'll find some cool things along this trail. Alrighty, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
And it's neat that these trails are marked as clearly as they are. Most of the time when Gabriel and I are in the woods, we're making those trails ourselves. Mm-hmm. So this is a little different experience for us. So, and you can already see the next tree down. It's almost exactly the center of the phone screen here, right through here. There's a tree already marked with another orange dot. Mm-hmm. So
they do a really fine job of keeping you on trail here.
Yeah.
Very nice to mark trails. Alrighty, and like Dad said, normally we're not really used to marked trails that much. Normally we're the first people to be wherever we've been. So.
First people that we know of, anyway.
Right.
So yeah, we keep checking the compasses just to make sure it's out of habit really, just to check the compass, but
just make sure we're in line.
Just to make sure we're where we think we are. So, all right, let's head down the trail. Basically, the idea of what we're going to be doing is, how not to die if you were to get stranded overnight.
I think it's pretty neat that they include some benches too. So if you live nearby and you wanted to come out and eat lunch, have a little picnic going on, then you could. So that's pretty cool. See the creek? It heads that way as well, so that loops around.
Oh yeah, okay.
There's also middle islands in this creek, so on the other side that we have not been on yet. So you can see this tree has had a lot of people.
Yeah, there's been quite a few visitors to this beech tree. It's a shame. Well, she's still standing. But right across the creek, that's where I want to go. But not today. That water's very cold.
So as we mentioned before, this place is very rich with resources, well, just in general, but especially for fire making. Right here we have a nice solid stump completely of fat wood. And we know this once was a pine. I'll show you a little bit here if I can break a piece off. That's just one little sliver. But this whole thing is fat wood. So, and we know that this once was a pine because it has a little bark left around the outside. And here you can tell pine tree bark. So it says 100% pine fat wood. Beautiful,
North Carolina
beautiful
gold right here.
Here we have a cedar tree. Again, wonderful resource for fire making. Get a bird nest kind of going on there. Put a hot coal, a couple of strikes from a ferro rod. Even a lighter catches great. Anything, this stuff is just awesome. Works great for making bow drill kits, for hearth boards. Really, cedar tree, you can do it all. You can make the hearth board, the spindle, the bow, everything you need for a bow drill kit you can do with this tree.
And this is our wood of preference when we're making bow drills. We can see some of the bottom now. It's a wonderful little, I say little, I'm not sure how many square miles this state park is. We'll look that up and put that in the description box down below. But this is a really, really wonderful place.
Looks like a face.
Yeah, it doesn't it?
Huh. Take a picture of that. Just an inspiration for some of my drawings or something.
In a weird way. Oh, if you take your picture.
Okay.
This looks like a dog's face. Like here's the mouth and nose. If you look at it from here, here's his eyes, the other eye, snout, his mouth, jawline. It's like a dog head in there.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So if you kind of look at it
Kind of like
from the side.
yeah, ears here.
Yep. So you're talking about, so that is a dog's face.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
Not these eyes. This is a nice.
Correct.
Okay.
This looks like a big old troll nose if you look at it this
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Okay. Huh. That's cool. I like seeing things like that. As you see, I had to come out of my jacket. Hot by nature, and the sun does definitely not help. Nice shallow water around here.
There's some wild edibles here. That one is probably rotten.
Well, yeah, it's been on the ground for a
On the
while.
ground, okay.
But
this will lead to bigger food. Hopefully the kind that walks on four legs. Not this time of the year though, but you get the idea. A little tricky walking right here. But this is neat. This is where I want to get down to. Okay, just a quick little overview of what I decided to bring out with me today. Quick little day hike. Using the USMC Philby hydration carrier. Fantastic kit. I love this thing. Inside the top here, I've got paracord, small boo-boo kit with a space blanket. Inside, water bladder full of water. In here, a couple different things. I have a Cliff Bar to eat for a snack. And I'm going to put a plug in here for these Dollar Tree coconut chips. These things are fantastic. If you like coconut, the flavor of coconut any, go to your Dollar Tree and pick up some of these. They taste wonderful. The best part is you look at all the stats on the back of that. Calories, fat content, saturated fat, which is, I mean, it is what it is. No cholesterol, sodium, carbohydrates. I mean, it has it all. It's a wonderful snack and they taste great. So but when we're out and about places like this, I always want to bring my water filter, my Sawyer mini water filter. And in here I've got more quick fire starting methods. One, if I can get that, well, actually hand soap. Never have too much of that. Small lighter, and on my neck knife, my K-bar, have a ferro rod in there, on there as well. Little waterproof bag. So these are just some of the items that I bring with me, or that I brought with me today, just for this quick scout. Now the K-bar neck knife, I've got a pouch that I had sewn up years ago for this. Inside of that, I have my ferro rod, some tinder, and I've got a small fishing kit in here. So this is just kind of a, hey, I'm out and about playing around. I see a fish in the creek, let's try and catch it. Alternative fire starting method. These things are great. And on the bottom of it, bottom of my pouch here, got a piece of fat wood on there. About 10 feet of paracord wrapped around. Of course, the blade itself. I've used this blade for years. I love this thing. Got the spine sharpened so it'll strike the ferro rod. It's a good piece of kit. To kind of haul my extra gear today, I probably should have opted to go with the 3-day assault bag, but I wanted to go lighter weight and just go with the hydration pouch. But I also wanted to bring some additional stuff. I brought my hand line, and these are some pieces for the gimbal that we're using. This is an extension rod, and this is a tripod base. So it's easier to just carry it all in this sustainment pouch that goes with the Philby system. And I just attach it to these top loops here on the Philby hydration carrier. Of course, we have the Grim locks, mechanics gloves. These things are wonderful. They're not really great for digging around in the fire end, but for what we're doing, just basic shelter building, breaking limbs, things like that, they're fantastic for that.
They hold in heat pretty nice as well. So on a nice brisk morning, well, noontime like it is right now. Holds in a little heat, keeps the wind off your hands, so it retains some of that body heat as well.
Communications, we have the Baofeng UV5R radios, cell phone, obviously, personal protection, carrying the Smith & Wesson M&P 45 shield. Right now I've got the 6-in-1 mag in, and the 7-in-1 is a backup. 230 grain ball, CCI. So we're pretty much covered for today. Oh, one other thing that I'm still waiting to do the review on, because I'm waiting for all the right different types of weather patterns to come in. So far we've gotten rain and snow, which are really the two biggest. Now I've just got to finish doing the review. On the back of the Philby hydration carrier, you have this, you have a pocket. And inside that pocket, I keep my Fire Force USA, I'll make sure I get the size right, 5x7 tarp. Made in the USA. It's withstood so far everything North Carolina winter has been able to throw at it. It's perfect for a one-man shelter option. It's great for bivvy camping when you need that extra protection above you while you're in your bivvy. But this fits down perfectly into this pocket. Now, that's a little tight, and I shouldn't say perfect. That's a little tight, but it fits down in there great. So in this kit, really, I've got everything that I need to get through the night, 48 hours.
And you forgot to mention one very, very important thing about this.
What's that?
Coyote brown.
It is coyote brown. Folks, this is our favorite color. We love some coyote brown. And this Fire Force USA is a defense contractor. So, you know, the quality of this material is fantastic. It's Oxford nylon. There's no leaks in this. It's all one piece of material, no seams. Other than, you know, you have the hems on the outside, and it's made with mil-spec grommets on the corner. I can't get that out yet, but it's got mil-spec grommets on the corners. And if you have a military poncho, look at those grommets. That's what's on this kit. So on the outsides, we have the grim locks, and we're able to attach all kinds of pieces of gear. And Gabriel and I both carrying our Kamenga lensatic compasses. If you don't have a compass and you don't have a map, get one. Get both. Being out in the woods is a wonderful thing, but if you don't have the right kit and you get turned around and you're stuck and lost in the woods, you could very well be in for a very bad time. So get a compass, get a map, and really always have a lighter on you. I've got one in the bag, one in my pocket, ferro rod. So I've got 3 handy dandy ways of fire starting methods. And one of the things we're going to illustrate as these classes kind of flesh out is how to start a fire with a bow drill and hand drill using what we find right here in this very park.
Alrighty folks, now I'm going to show you my kit. We are both carrying the USMC hydration carrier for our packs of choice today. First off, I would like to mention though my jacket. Got to have a good jacket out here.
That's the very beginning of your survival shelters.
Got reinforced elbows, well, from the wrist to the elbow here. Great jacket. Let me tell you the official name of this. Cold Weather Gen 3 jacket fleece. This is a large regular, so if you want to send me one, go ahead. Send it in the mail.
Large regular.
Alrighty, so now onto the kit. We have the Baofeng UV5R. Again, Dad and I both use the same radios. A lot of our kit is the exact same, and that shows you how much we like our kit, how much we trust it. If we're both using it, then normally it's some good stuff.
The idea too is if something happened to me, Gabriel could pick up my kit and not wonder what's in it. Not have to try to figure out what I have, what I don't have. We try to mimic or mirror our kits. That way, if we're ever separated, or for whatever reason we have to use the other person's kit, we know what's in there.
Yep. Now we'll go top pouch first. I have a bandana, camouflage so you can't see it. Got a little Altoids tin here. This is a very basic survival kit. Band-aids, a little fishing kit, tweezers, a small knife in there, a couple of safety pins, a few broken off toothpicks, you never know. Some band-aids. Forgot what this is though. What is this? Oh, burn gel.
Burn gel. Okay.
The stuff that you think works but really doesn't. So
Haven't tried it yet, so we're not sure.
So,
and by the way, this would have been an excellent dad joke. It's camouflage. You can't see that bandana.
So there's my little starter survival kit, and I have a little knife in there because if I should already have knives on me, but why not? I mean, it's very small. It's small enough where I can fit it inside of that. So if I had to take this out of my kit and keep it on my person, I know I would have me a good little solid knife in there. I also keep a Bear Grylls multi-tool. It's just a small little Gerber, and it's served me well. And really I need to get a Leatherman for this kit, but I already have a Leatherman in my 3-day and a Leatherman in my Philby main. So I need to work on getting a better multi-tool. But for right now, it does everything you need it to. It's got a small little wire cutter.
You've had that, 7-8 years now, haven't you?
Oh yeah, it's been
I don't know if it's
long time.
Quite sure if it's been that long. It's 5 or 6 years anyway.
You got a serrated edge here. I also have a Phillips head. There we go. Phillips head and a flat head on the other side. Few smaller flat heads, and then a straight edge blade here. So very basic, very small, but you get a lot of little tools there that can come in handy. And of course the pliers itself. In the smaller kit, I have a Cliff Bar. Love Cliff Bars. I've always thought these packages are really neat. You almost don't want to throw them away after you're done, just because of
how
cool
epic they are.
Cool they look. So Cliff Bars, white chocolate macadamia nut is what we have today. Blueberry crisp is awesome. Really all of their stuff is just gold. So a 25-foot hank of paracord with some mil-spec stuff. Great stuff. A small Walmart shovel. You never know when you might need to dig a little bit, but it's just so small, so why not throw it in? I have a safety whistle in here as well. Blaze orange. And now you might be wondering, why is there no fire in this kit? Well, I also keep a big lighter on my person. Well, I'll just go through my EDC real quick. Keep chapstick, some Carmex, a small folder, it's a Camillus. Keep my wallet, my phone, pen, and on me today, well actually, and my Smith & Wesson boot knife. I almost forget this thing is there because of how comfortable it rides in my boot. But of course, a little something on me always helps. This is holding up great so far. I'll eventually do a review on this just because it's a good solution. Even if you are carrying on you out in the woods, it's always nice to have a little personal defense. Of course, we got 45 and we got a boot knife, so we should be all right.
You got a real mean dad. Real mean dad with a 45.
There you go. There you go. So that stays in my boot. And there you go. So I have my fire covered with on my person, and then I keep oh, and also on the side we have the BK11. Not the BK11, BK16.
There you go.
So many of them, I get them confused sometimes. BK16. This one I've kind of tricked out. I've got micarta scales here. Took the coating off, put a nice patina on it. Also, I'll show you the sheath here.
Easy, fella, easy.
Got a AZ Welke Kydex sheath with a ferro rod that has been used quite a bit on the side here. About time to upgrade again.
Yeah.
But just a great system, a great woodsman companion tool. Eventually I would like to get a dangler, so when I have a backpack on it's not jabbing in my side. But this thing does everything I need it to do as a small little companion knife out here in the woods.
Now the clips here, these retainers, we picked those up at Walmart if I'm not mistaken. And those are, so when you run wire or cable in your house, you can use them. You can use those clips to attach it to the wall. That way they're not all out on your floor and whatnot. And it turns out to be an excellent retainer for a ferro rod on that sheath.
Yep, as long as you have a little bit of stretchy cord, then you should be okay. All right, and I keep a little piece of paracord right here on the edge, on the back here, so I can attach it to a Grimlock, which I also have on my pack. I keep the same mechanics wear fast fit gloves that Dad has, but mine are a little bit better, and I like to pick on them, joke around with them sometimes, because we were at a yard sale and I found the Coyote Browns first.
You got lucky.
So
I'll get them one day.
That's right. So
Cliff bar. All right, he couldn't wait until he got to the trucks.
all right guys, and if you were wondering, this is what the white chunk macadamia nut looks like. One thing I love about Cliff bars, they're very dense. There you go. Great taste to them as well. Tastes just like you'd think.
Tastes like the cookie?
Yep. Well, of course it has rolled oats in it, so it's got a little different taste. But still, very similar. So, great snack for out on the trail.
So one of the places to find the fat wood is on these old dead trees, old dead pines like this. And you see where this one is fallen many, many years ago. But you can still see the old limbs that are still there. These are the knots that are left. Haven't rotted away. You can see fat pine. Fat wood, heart pine. They're all over the place. See that a little bit better. That is Carolina gold right there. It's fantastic.
Alrighty guys, we've hiked a couple of trails. We've done the Discovery Trail, we've done the Summit Loop Trail, we walked a little bit around the Dam Site Loop Trail, and we've also walked in a kind of a picnic area, like a central campground kind of type deal, back a little ways. We've also seen some horse trails, which are really cool. And so we've seen a lot of this park today, nowhere near all of it, but we have got a good little glimpse of what this place has to offer. And honestly, beautiful wildlife as always. Fishing Creek runs right through the middle, so you have just a solid source for water. Maybe fish run through there, so it is named Fishing Creek, so maybe you can catch some. So we'd like to thank you for watching this video today, guys. Thank you for kind of following us along out here. As you can tell, we are by the roadside now. So we're gonna head on out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And as always, may the wings of liberty never lose a feather. And God bless.